And women obviously have other attributes that we don't have. Hopefully it evens out. This is just one where it's undeniable we're different. We are stronger and bigger and taller. And if LeBron James' team, which is not even in the playoffs yet, played against the best team in the WNBA, it would be...
This person was brought on by Bill Maher. Let's move on to this clip, where Bill Maher shuts down this guy for a ridiculously woke take here live on the Club Random podcast Bobcuss, who works as a sports analyst or sports announcer. Whatever you want to call him, had a very woke take here live on the Bill Maher podcast. Bill Maher simply had to call him out for his nonsense and the BS agenda that Bobcaus was trying to push.
That's real progress. That's a great thing. No one can say it isn't a great thing.
It's just, women just don't want to do the exact same things as men. The fact that we have to explain
as
this.
A group.
Just the fact that we have to explain this to children who have taken over the internet is ridiculous.
Let's take the Atlantic's position, or at least that writer in the Atlantic's position, to its logical conclusion. Then it should be this. Okay. Hey, why don't we just have one basketball team at Ohio State or at UCLA, and everybody goes out for the team?
Can you imagine what would happen if the worst and...
It's absurd to act as though the only reason women's sports exist is because they're not good enough to play men's sports. Men's sports don't exist. There's only just sports, and then there are women's sports because they're not good enough to play with the men. That's just the reality of the situation. If we had one basketball team at every school, or if there were no women's sports, then there would simply be no women in sports according to Bill M. and Bob, if we simply follow these foolish ideas to their logical conclusion and decide that, hey, let's just make one big team for every school. Every single sports division should just have one team, no women's division, no men's division, just one team. They would never want to do so because then no women would be participating in sports at all.
If you think this is some sort of put down of women, it's a put down of God or whoever created this species. And women obviously have other attributes that we don't have. Hopefully it evens out. This is just one where it's undeniable we're different. We are stronger and bigger and taller. And if LeBron James' team, which is not even in the playoffs yet, played against the best team in the WNBA, it would be stop the fight.
Yes.
What would the score be?
Sometimes when I watch women's basketball or college basketball games on TV, I just glance at the games and think, wow, this is the most terrible basketball ever. I've played pickup basketball, and sometimes I swear to you that if I could go pick up 4 people from my local gym, we could beat someone in the women's college basketball tournaments.